Good day, YouTubers. The audio in this video is really bad, so I muted it. This is a TikTok video, and the writing on the bottom says, "Not woke. Ngozi Fulani, her real name Marlene Headley, being secretly filmed explaining to a group of 6 formers, I guess employees, I assume, that she doesn't normally wear heritage clothing." So this is literally proof that she was dressed up in a costume, and the whole incident with Lady Hussey was just an elaborate trap. So the point of that video that I just showed you is that Ngozi Fulani, or Marlene Headley, she was named Marlene Headley by her parents. She doesn't normally dress up in African garb. That was a costume. Okay, now before we get into Ngozi a little more, let's look at just some stuff going on because there's a lot of stuff going on. Netflix reveals Harry and Meghan had their biggest documentary debut in Netflix history. 81.55 million hours viewed. Okay. On the other hand, we have everybody and their mother commenting on Harry and Meghan and their new Netflix documentary. Howard Stern weighs in. Does Howard Stern normally talk about the royal family? I don't think so. Howard Stern says Harry and Meghan act like whiny bees in their Netflix series. So what is good for Netflix may not be good for Harry and Meghan. They may be a flash in the pan, which I think is what this is turning out to be. Now, here we have Andrew Tate. He's an influential YouTuber. I did not know this man is black. I'm not sure that he is, or if he has. I actually thought he was just a white guy, but he's calling himself brown, and he's saying Meghan is just white. She's not a proud black woman. She doesn't know anything about racism. Tucker Carlson just had Samantha Markle on for an interview. The entire media industrial complex is on Harry and Meghan now. It's open season. Okay, and that brings us to Ngozi Fulani's charity organization is under investigation after racist encounter with former Buckingham Palace household member Lady Hussey. Okay, number one, Sista Space only helps African and Caribbean women related to domestic abuse. How is that not discriminatory? So, like if someone else comes there, like if a white woman comes to Sista Space for help, they won't help her. If an Indian lady comes to Sista Space, they won't help her. How is this not? How is this legal? Okay, because no one else can do that, and if it is legal, then they need to change the laws because that is discrimination. So let's look at it. So will Sister Space, apparently Sister Space is not actually under investigation yet. Will it be formally charged and under investigation? Will Sister Space be canceled? Will they close their doors? Because currently they've suspended operations after backlash from attacks on Ngozi Fulani after she attacked Susan Hussey, Lady Susan Hussey. Will they find fraud? Will they find mishandling of funds and embezzlement? And will Lady Susie Hussey be restored? These are questions that I want to know. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. As always, you can find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed or liked. So, Sister Space, it's not formally under investigation. Will it be formally put under investigation? What is actually happening is the regulatory chief finance officer has been sent in to look at the case and provide a report. So, will a formal investigation be launched against Sista Space? No, or full stop. Ooh, devil. Look at that. Problems, blockage. Oh, this is looking not good for Sista Space. Decisions. Okay, so it's in the preliminary stages. I worked for a regulator in the federal government. I was an auditor, okay, and I went to public companies and I investigated them. So I actually kind of understand what's going on. It's not, I have some inkling of what's going on, maybe better than a lot of people, but it's not a formal investigation. They're talking about a formal investigation and they haven't yet found incriminating evidence. So will a formal investigation be launched? Trinity, they're working with them. You can't say no to these people. Okay, like when I would ask for stuff from these companies, they can't say no. They have to provide it, or they're in violation of the law. We could send them a subpoena. And if you violate a subpoena, if you don't give up the information, then you can be arrested and put in jail. That's a criminal, that becomes a criminal, it goes from civil to criminal. So they would just give us data dumps. So they're working, Sista Space is definitely working with the regulator and exposing everything. And everything has completely stopped. 10, 13, 4 hearts. We're all a big family. Devil. So Sista Space is not currently operating, okay, because the regulator is looking at them, and Ngozi Fulani is playing more victim cards. Oh, people are attacking me for attacking Lady Susan Hussey. Okay, so they're not operating. They've stopped operating right now. Everything is shut down right now. And the devil's after her. Okay, she just feels like they're attacking her and she doesn't know what's going to happen. She is just terrified. It's terrifying when the devil's after you. And this is big, big problem. And they're looking for lies, theft. They're looking for misappropriation of funds and specifically money, cornucopia. And it's all about the money, honey. It always was. It's all about the money. So literally, Ngozi Fulani, or Marlene Headley, she changed her name to Ngozi Fulani as a virtue signal, and then she wears those clothes as a virtue signal, as cultural appropriation of African heritage. Is that okay? I mean, that's cultural appropriation. She's born in Britain, but she's wearing African clothes. She changed her name to it. Isn't that cultural appropriation? It seems like it. So, cornucopia, they're looking at the money and they're cooperating with them. They're handing over documents about the money. I'm a CPA. That's what I would look at. It all comes down to money. People are very, very motivated by money. Roses, people and events. This could say, well, we're here to help you. The regulator's like, I'm from the government. I'm here to help you. Don't believe them. Okay. I'm from the regulator. I'm here to help you. Okay, everything is nice, sweetness and light until they find something. Hopes and fears, city, the world will find out. And outcome, angel. I think maybe Sista Space is shut down right now. They are handling the regulatory stuff. They're terrified. But I think they're going to be found innocent of very serious wrongdoing at this time. I think they're going to be found innocent of serious wrongdoing. Will Sista Space be permanently shut down, as in canceled? Or will it's temporarily shut down. Okay, and this is so appropriate. Marlene Headley canceled 83-year-old Lady Susan Hussey because Marlene was wearing a costume, an African costume, and Lady Hussey said, so where are you from? What are you representing? Where are you from? So it would be incredibly appropriate for her, Marlene Headley, and her charity to be canceled because that's what she did to Lady Hussey. Turnaround is fair play, definitely.
And that's how these woke people, that's how wicked people should be treated, period. If you cancel others, may you be canceled. So, will Sista Space be canceled? Will it be permanently shut down? And Ngozi Fulani is going to go work at Burger King. We have no or full stop. Manifesting full stop. There's the devil. Wow. That was Fallout. Well, Marlene is getting some dark cards. So it's about a continuing concern. An ongoing concern. That's what a business is called. A continuing operation, a continuing concern. 5 diamonds. That's the theme of this. And this is underneath. King of Spades. This is the government killing the permanent, cutting the life. Cross is like a person. Okay, it's got a head, it's got feet, it's got 2 arms, and they would literally put people up on a cross. Jesus was hung on a cross. Okay, and that's the shape of a person. So killing the artificial person, the government, King of Spades, 7 clubs, the government are killing the artificial person. Okay, Jack of Spades, 2 spades, they're linked to some very bad stuff. Yeah, and so underneath there's definitely the possibility that the government will shut down Sista Space. No can be no or full stop. Manifesting a full stop of this seedling. 13, 14, 23, 6 clubs. I'm going to have to ask the sticks. All right, these are already clear. Yes, no, yes, no. I don't want to change my zoom. Will Sista Space be permanently shut down? Yes, it will be permanently shut down, or no, it won't. Yes, that's a yes. Yes, Sista Space will be permanently shut down. That's good news. I mean, the canceller gets canceled. So that's good news. So what am I reading here? So underneath tells the story. Right on top, they're manifesting a shutdown by legal papers. Ace of Clubs is also legal papers because of documents. So the regulator is going to come and look at documents. And yes, they're shutting them down. 14, 23. They're stopping the flow in the thing. So this is a going concern card, but so many dark cards. We have the Devil and the King of Spades. They're going to look into everything that they've been doing, and they're going to permanently shut them down. Yeah, and this conflict is going to permanently shut them down. Good. I'm delighted. Okay, I'm not sorry when someone who cancels others. I believe Marlene Headley is a race grifter, just like Jussie Smollett and many others before Jussie Smollett. There's a lot of people. There's a lady in Georgia who ran for office pretending that racist attacks occurred, and then there's video of it, and they're like, no, that didn't happen. In fact, the opposite happened. So, will Ngozi Fulani, Marlene Headley, will she be charged with fraud or mishandling funds? Because that's what it comes down to. It comes down to money. Will she be charged with mishandling funds? Home. That home card is interesting. 2 diamonds. All right, so 6 spades. Selfishness in the home. Okay, home is closely associated people. This is like, charity is like a home. Okay, we're here to help people. Okay, it's all love, 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 and we're doing good deeds. I've been involved in a lot of charities, and I've found great satisfaction in it, but there can be dirty business in charities. So this is literally dirty business in a charity. 10, 14, 4 diamonds. In the foundation of this charity, and very actively, she is stealing money. This is six spades is the lying and theft card. It's a great lying and theft card. An even better card, a worse card, is devil. Okay, but this is a good one. You know, it's like the petty cash fund, and I've audited petty cash funds where people were stealing from the petty cash fund and then writing vouchers to cover it. There's all kinds of scams you can use. So on a very active basis, Marlene is stealing from the kitty. Okay, and these are small thefts. These are not huge thefts, but you start out with small thefts and you get bigger and bigger if you're not caught. So she is definitely stealing funds from the organization that she runs. So she's getting paid a salary, I don't know, $65,000, and that's what's listed on the books. On top of that, they'll pay for food and lodging and travel to go to all these things. So her real salary is more like $120,000. Okay, but on top of that, and all of that can be considered legitimate. Okay, I know, because I'm like a tax guy, I'm a CPA. But she's doing stuff even worse than that. On top of that, she's taking stuff that she's not, because all this money is just her mad money. So what's underneath? Over the long term, she's linked to this and telling the public what she's telling the public over the long term. So she's showing a face, but she's doing lots of things underneath. 11, 13, 22, 32, 8 spades. Yeah. She's going outside the purview of what she's telling. So yeah, she's doing many small thefts. So is the chief finance officer, is he going to find some stuff? Yes, she's doing many, many small embezzlements. She's just using that money like it's her money. There's this big pot of money there and she just can't control herself. Did the royal family apply pressure to have Sister Space investigated? Let's look at the royals and the regulator. The regulator. Did someone from the royal family, or did they just decide on their own? Let's see if there's any like influence peddling, because the royals are incredibly influential. Royals, that's a communication card. Ooh. Oh my. And the regulator. Oh my. Did the royals call? Communication. They're very upset about it. 9, 18, 5 diamonds. On an ongoing basis. They didn't just call them once. They didn't communicate with them just once. This could be electronic. They didn't just communicate with them once how upset they are about this woman, Marlene Headley, several times on an ongoing basis. What's over here with the regulator? Outside influence, outside. Okay, and this is negative. This is just positive or neutral about the money. Go investigate the money. 16, 23, 6 clubs. Go take a look. Yes. So very clearly, the royal family was very upset about these circumstances, and they said, we would like it if you take a look at this lady Marlene Headley and her charity Sista Space. Okay, renewed in front of many people. 14, 4 diamonds. Again, it's all about the money. They specifically asked them to look about the money. And, you know, the regulator regulates on an ongoing basis, and they pick up red flags. Like they were 69 days late. Sista Space is 69 days late in their filing. That's a problem. Okay, if you don't want to come up on the radar of the regulator, like the tax man, we all pay taxes. If you don't want the tax man to come knocking on your door or send you a letter, then pay your taxes on time. Okay, she's 69 days late. So she was already on their radar, but the royals said, hey, take a look at this. And the regulator's like, okay, we will. And they are. Will Lady Susan Hussey be restored to her former position as lady-in-waiting? And it doesn't sound like that exalted of a position, but she gets to do stuff, and she's 83. I mean, for goodness sake. it's like these people who rob like old people with canes. You see videos of this. Some young guy comes and punches an old guy in the head and steals his wallet. And the dude can barely walk. It's just horrible. And we do see stuff like this, and the court systems are very harsh with people who do that. And that's literally what Marlene Headley did to Lady Susan Hussey. The lady, Susan Hussey is completely innocent. She didn't mean anything wrong. She wasn't trying to be nasty to Marlene Headley. And Marlene Headley is just a really nasty person who beat up an old woman. So will Susan Hussey be restored? 2 hearts. Look at that. Ooh. Hard to read. Will Lady Hussey be restored to her former position or even promoted? So 2 hearts. There's a big groundswell. Look at that. On top, everything, nothing has changed. 10, 12, 3. In the midst of this conflict, 3 spades, the world is really loving Susan Hussey. They're taking her side. They're taking Lady Hussey's side. The world is taking Lady Hussey's side. Okay, as I might be taking her side. I think she's an innocent victim of, I don't represent all men. I don't represent all Polish people. I'm not a representative. I don't walk around saying I'm a representative. Okay, and there's all kinds of different people that I meet all the time. They are not representatives of their race, their gender. I'm not a representative of all CPAs. I don't represent. I'm just me. Okay, and Lady Hussey, she's just her. And it's really unfair to do that to anybody. And it's really wicked. So what's underneath? We have the maybe card in the center. Ace of heart and 10 spades. People just feel that this is really cruel. This is just really nasty. And it is. It's really nasty what Marlene Headley did to Lady Hussey. And we have the maybe. Outside influence. People really want Lady Hussey restored. They really want her name cleared and her restored. And there's a big groundswell of support. And the royals, again, are very much PR people. They really listen to what others are saying and doing. And there's nothing stopping them from later restoring her. And I think they should. So I would say that it's in favor of Lady Hussey being restored because, 1, she did nothing wrong. 2, it's really, the public looks at this and says, that was really cruel. That's like beating up an old woman who can't fight back to protect herself. And she literally didn't do anything wrong. It's like beating up and robbing an old woman. So I think it's definitely on the side that she will probably be restored. So will Sista Space be put under a formal investigation? I don't know. I got the Jack of Hearts. I got the Angel. I think what I see is that it will be found that financial abuses are occurring, but they're small and they're many. They're not like major. I do see that Sista Space will cease to exist. Okay, so Sista Space will cease to exist, and the financial irregularities, thefts, embezzlement, using the money as her own will happen. The royal family did intervene and called the regulator more than once, and I think Susan Hussey will be restored. So the initial thing, I think it's not like huge, but it's enough. I think the problems found that the regulator will find are not huge, but it's enough to shut down Sista Space and send Marlene Headley on her way. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Please like and share and subscribe.